Okay, we'll start by preparing A4 size fabric, and now I have a pattern called Godet. Okay, so I will send you guys all these patterns, so you guys need to print it out in A4 paper. Don't need to fit to page. Okay, so just cut out the pattern first. Okay, when the pattern is ready, now we are going to cut this pattern on the fabric. Alright, so let's bring in an extra piece of fabric. Alright, and we will place it, and then we will need to cut the pattern on this piece of fabric. Alright, so make sure you follow the grain line, and then you pin your pattern on the fabric, on the calico. Okay, alright, now once you're done pinning, you can cut the fabric. Alright, once your fabric is cut out, you'll have something like this, the fabric and also pattern pieces. Alright, now we are going to trace now we need to trace the lines on the fabric. How do we do that? Okay, we will need to trace the center line. Okay, the center line that I'm pointing. Alright, we need to trace all that. Okay, so for this we will need tracing paper, as you can see, tracing paper and the roller. Okay, now you take any color out, your favorite color. Alright, I'll be using the ones that I've used before. Okay, so I understand everyone know how to use tracing paper, correct? So now we're just going to place the tracing paper. I'm going to remove the pin one by one and trace part by part. Okay, because I want to make sure all the lines have been traced. So when I place my tracing paper under the paper, alright, and then I'm going to roll. Okay, you can see the lines, right? Now I'm going to roll on the line so that my fabric will be imprinted. Okay, will be traced. These lines will be traced onto my fabric. Okay, this is how you use the tracing paper. Alright, then I remove the pin at the bottom as well, and then trace the other side. Okay, and then once I finish tracing on the other side, I will remove the last pin to trace the mid line, the grain line. Okay, the straight grain line. Alright, for this, please trace until the top and the bottom. Okay. Okay, now you can take away your paper. Okay, and then the bottom fabric is traced. You can see the dotted line has been traced. Alright, now what we are going to do is we are going to focus on the A4 size paper. Alright, A4 size fabric. Alright, and then we're going to fold that into half. Okay, and then we are going to measure the same measurement as the lines. Okay, so here I've measured the line is 13 cm. Okay, so I'm going to measure 13 cm, and I'm going to mark a point at the top. Alright, so after I have my mark, I cut the fabric. Alright, until the marked point. So you can draw a line first. Okay, once you finish cutting, you can spread this open like that, and we will be inserting the godet in the fabric, alright, in between the A4 size fabric, alright. So we can start by, alright, spreading the fabric first, alright, and then putting this on top, alright, and then we will attach this side first. Okay, let me show again. We're going to attach the right side, okay, on the right, okay, and then you see there is already guideline. Right, I just want to show you guys, alright, you see the 13 cm that I marked on the fabric and the middle point, alright, they are supposed to pin together, alright, okay, you see I'm pinning the bottom one where I marked 13 cm, alright, I'm pinning them together, okay. Once I'm done pinning them together, I put these fabrics together, alright. I match the fabric together, and then I'm gonna pin them up as well, alright. Okay, for the for all the pinned part, okay, now for the top part, you see the top part, it will have some excessive fabric coming out. You need to pin the point, okay, the end point to the end point of the A4 size fabric, alright, and then you're going to sew extremely close to that line. Okay, so you pin it nicely, alright. You'll still be following the seam allowance. Okay, so you will have excessive fabric coming out. Once you're done pinning on that side, you can pin on the other side as well, alright. You have to pin both sides. Okay, the last pin will be at the top. Remember, excessive fabrics will keep coming up. You just need to pin it properly, alright. Now you have this type of pin. You're going to sew 1 cm, 1.5 cm seam allowance as mentioned in the pattern, okay, and then the other side as well, alright. 1.5 cm, you can just follow the guideline, alright, and then you can start sewing. Okay, once you're sewing, okay, remember to do reverse stitch as well, alright. I'm using the machine as my guideline, and on top of that I have the dotted lines to help me, you know, just now the lines that I traced, those lines to help me. So I have to sew properly, make sure the bottom fabric is not being pulled, or you know, it has to be straight, okay. And then we slowly remove the pins and then continue the sewing again, alright, until the end there. Be careful not to make any gathers up there. If you did any gathers, if it is not smooth, you have to unpick and redo it again. Okay, alright, now final. Okay, until the point there, alright, and then we can do the reverse stitch. See, I'm not removing my pin until the end, alright. Okay, reverse stitch. Then you can take your fabric out to check the back for any foldings when you any mistakes you made during the sewing. See, the front, the back, the inside is smooth. Okay, now we have to stop at the point there, alright. Okay, and then okay, if you guys can see, alright, let me brighten the screen, alright, and then the back. Okay, it is a bit pleated, but then I adjusted, alright. and then we do the other side as well, same as the previous one. Alright, see, it will curve up. The 1.5 cm seam allowance will slowly go up. Alright, now I'm going to do the other side. Okay, once you're done sewing, you'll have something like this. Make sure the top there's no edges, everything is smooth. Alright, now you see the top there is pointy. Alright, and there's no pleats on the actual fabric as well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to iron the fabric. So the back, you know, we have seam, correct? So we need to do open seam iron. Alright, so we will put an extra fabric at the bottom first. Wait, let me show you guys the open seam iron. Alright, now you open seam, then you can iron. Alright, once you finish ironing, you'll have something like this. You see, Godet is something like an extra piece.